Good morning, happy Monday morning, all my fellow estheticians. Thank you so very much for taking your time to join us for Shelley's Show and Tell. I'm Shelley Hancock. Welcome, welcome. We have a wonderful, wonderful guest speaker today. It's our Chief Success Officer at Shelley Hancock Consulting. But before I introduce her, there's one thing I wanted to say that I completely forgot to tell you last week that I think is really important. I spoke about the cool product line that we've got on our website that's so fabulous. Well, this is really important. I needed to tell you that the only place that anybody can purchase those products is on my website, okay, from a licensed professional. And that is our promise to you that we will keep it that way. So your clients can't at midnight go, oh, I want that product and I know she's not around, I can't get a hold of her. Let me go on Amazon or somewhere, let me get them there. No, we make that promise to you that you are the only ones that can purchase from us, okay? I think that's really important to know, and I'm sorry that I forgot that last week. So Jess, we call her for short, Gable, has joined us as our Chief Success Officer. She has a really extensive background in sales, and I'm gonna be really truthful with you guys, tell you the story. I felt like we could only have estheticians aboard helping us at Shelley Hancock Consulting. So when they told me they were bringing Jess aboard, and she's not an esthetician, but she's got a great sales background, I kind of fought it for all it was worth. And then they sent her down to my house to spend 3 days with me. And the minute I opened the front door and saw her, it was like, yes, I could feel her energy. She sells from the heart. She speaks from the heart. And we were like this for 3 days, right, Jess? Like we were just like, blah, 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 blah. And we thought, why have we not recorded this whole thing for 3 days? Because we had so much to say and it was so wonderful. And as she left 3 days later, we hugged and said, I love you. And it's been a love story ever since. And she just has such great information to share with all of us. I think as estheticians, I believe I said this last week, we're fabulous in the treatment room, right? We know what to do as far as our treatment goes and taking care of our clients. And then we walk them out to that front desk. And some of us have a tendency to get a little bit shy. We're afraid to ask for that sale. We're afraid to close that sale. And so we want to talk to you about turning the word sell, which a lot of people think is a 4-letter word, right, into sharing or serving our clients. And I'm just going to let Jessica take over, introduce herself a little bit more, and then we're just going to kind of talk a little bit here. So Jess, it's all yours.
Thanks so much, Shelley. Guys, it has been an absolute pleasure coming here and working with all of the estheticians. And if I'm 100% honest with you, for a long time, and the reason I connect with so many estheticians is that when I found out my talent was connecting and helping women grow and build their confidence and build their success and helping them achieve their goals through sales, I was a little bit unsure. Like I was a little nervous to share that. I didn't always want to tell everyone that that was my talent. And what I discovered over time was that it isn't the sales, it's that relationship that we have with money and our willingness to have that energy exchange, our willingness to see that we have value and that we are giving confidence. And what we need to do is build that know, like, and trust, to build that relationship with your client and to really understand that when you are confident, there is a transference of body language, energy, transference of feeling. But when we're hesitant in that transition, when we believe that that energy exchange, that if I ask for money, that I am taking away from the passion and the compassion that I have for my client, that there's something vulnerable about that when we're selling ourselves in the way of service. And for years, I have always sold myself in service as a coach, working in health and wellness and working with my experts for over 25 years now to help them get confident to like really transition in sales. But when you look at really great salespeople, you don't feel pressure. It doesn't have to be a pressure thing. And I can tell you that because I know an incredible saleswoman. I know an incredibly good saleswoman who we all absolutely trust and believe in. And it's Shelley. Oh. Shelley doesn't feel like she's selling. And I know this because I've experienced what Shelley does for all of her estheticians. She brings so much value, but she isn't afraid to make that concise and give that concise advice. She isn't afraid to say, this is what I think is going to be best for you. This is what I know is going to make you successful. Here's what I suggest you do today. And this is the journey I'm going to take you on. And that's what all of us and all of you as businesswomen and estheticians need in order to really move your business and your success for your clients forward. It's recognizing that sales is not a bad thing. It is actually a cornerstone within your business. And when you build a really beautiful relationship with knowing that it's okay to invest and ask your clients to invest money into themselves, it gives them permission to feel like it's okay to do that. But if you as the expert is worried about asking for that money, then they feel hesitation. And I can give you an example. I have this really great expert in my life who I really love. But when I first met her, she's my bookkeeper. and maybe it doesn't seem like a related story, but when I first met Amanda, we had a beautiful presentation and she told me all of these things, and I don't have a great relationship with numbers. And at the end, she sent me away. She sent me away to think about it. And then it took months and months for me to actually make a commitment because she was hesitant to ask for the payment. I was hesitant to have trust and confidence in her. And it really is that ability to be like, okay, if she doesn't want my money, maybe she doesn't think I'm worthy, or maybe I'm not good enough, or maybe, and so realizing that your confidence and your willingness to really ask or guide them in a direction that makes them feel like they can know you, like you, and trust you is about building a confident relationship with them that you are their expert guide.
I like that word guide, Jess. That's big. Everybody write that down, because that's what we're doing is we're guiding them, not selling them, we're guiding them. Yeah.
And so it's a story, right, Shelley? Like it's really about, I've had a lot of people come to me and ask like this same question. Even my partner came to me the other day and he was like, so I went to see my massage therapist and she used this beautiful cream on me. And I told her that I really loved it and it was amazing. And then I left and she didn't sell it to me. And do you think it's because she doesn't think I should have it? And I was like, no, I don't think it's that she thinks you shouldn't have it. He was like, but I really wanted it. But then I was afraid to ask for it because I thought maybe it's medical or that I'm not supposed to use it. And it's funny. And he's like, and I know this, this really was an interesting experience for me to realize that from his perspective, there was a lot of vulnerability and insecurity to ask his expert if he could have it. And so us just remembering that as we go on this journey, they are seeking us to be that guide, to be that trusted educator, and to like really build that, this is what I know is going to be good for you. This is
can I share a quick story?
Absolutely.
Yeah, years and years ago, I had moved to another city. And when you move, you've got to find the new doctor, the new nail person, the new hairdresser, all those new people, right? And I was with a new hairdresser. And as we were doing our consultation, I was liking what he was saying as he was cutting my hair. I was liking the way he was cutting it. He had a stance of confidence while he was cutting my hair. And in the middle of the haircut, under his breath, almost note to self, he said, oh, such and such moisturizer would be really good for your hair. Like it was just like this, just like went past really quick under his breath, but I heard it. You better bet I heard it, right? And then as we're checking out, nothing was said. And I said, well, what about that? What about that cream you said would be good for my hair? So I was actually asking him for this sale. So I don't know if this is his like laid back way of doing sales, but I didn't feel sold to. I felt like, oh, he was guiding me to a product that I really needed. But the one thing he didn't do, Jess, is the one thing you want to talk to people about is the close. He didn't do the I closed for him, right? Because I brought it up to him. So there's like two parts to it.
Well, and that's exactly it. A lot of times people don't know what to ask. In this instance, Shelley is a natural born salesperson. So she naturally asked for what she desired and wanted. There's a lot of pain points that your client is going to have that they need solved. And we need to be confident to be at that point closing what we know is best for them. And sometimes there's that vulnerability or hesitation within us to think that if we close, they're going to feel that we're being pushy. But what they've come to us for is to be that expert guide. They've come to us to be the one who is going to give them the confidence and also justify them giving themselves permission to spend money on themselves. It's hard as a woman to spend money on yourself. It is very hard to not feel guilty with all of the responsibilities, but it's that energy in essence when you come to them and you've done a beautiful treatment and they've expressed to you throughout the experience that they, wow, I love how I look and I love how I feel. And I love what you've done for me. They're giving you all the closing signals, but they still need you to give them permission to close themselves, to say, this is what I want to set you up with today. These are the reasons why. And even to third party or speak about the people that you know you really trust. Whether you're saying, my mentor, Shelley, has really been using this product for a while. And she has told, she's the one who got me feeling confident about it. And now as your mentor and as you're a skin expert and as your esthetician, I've used it on your skin and you can see the results. Now we're going to schedule you to come back in this many weeks. And between now and then, this is what I want you to do with this product. And then all you have to do is walk them to their front counter or your means of payment and collect payment. And then they'll know exactly what they need to do because you're confident and you have guided them. And as well, you can share a story like Shelley always does, which is what makes you fall in love with her. It's like, okay, she's made it relatable, and that's called rapport. And we all know what that is, right? We build the relationship. We give them a story about us because it creates relatability. You've been on this journey yourself. It's probably what made you fall in love with being an esthetician in the first place. Share your story and then give them confident energy and then close. Sales is not dirty. It's not a dirty word. It's a system. It's a strategy. And it's a protocol. So once you have those steps of knowing what you're going to do, it can't be bad because you're not bad. You're kind, you're loving, you're heart-centered, and you want to make a difference in their lives.
Yeah, you want the best for them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just do you feel like it's an energy thing, right? They can feel what does they say, like a horse can tell if you're nervous around them, right? It's like they can feel the energy if we're not really there. And we all have our own way. Like I've got this like kiddish, childlike, like the night before Christmas, I can't wait to share this with you kind of thing. And my clients just get caught up in that. But if that's not your style and you try to be that style, it's just going to come off as awkward, right? So you have to find that groove that feels comfortable for you. Do you agree with that?
I fully agree. You need to give yourself permission to be your own person, to use your body language, energy, to be sincere, excited, enthusiastic, educated, wise, whatever it is, giving yourself permission as well to know that as a good businesswoman and an esthetician who really cares, that you giving this guidance is a good thing and that you have a good relationship with the cornerstone of your business that is sales, because you're doing what makes you feel passionate and purposeful as well, right? So you are authentic. And authenticity is very important in the sales journey, but giving yourself permission to be that aspect inside your business, to be the saleswoman, is not degrading who you are. Asking for an exchange of money is an exchange of energy. They went out and did their job and earned some money. And now they're going to give you their hard, purposeful work because you have something they don't have. You have a value that can meet a pain point for them. And so you're building a relationship and exchanging energy. It's not just going to be money. They're going to pay you in gratitude, and trust and joy and appreciation. And you're going to feel validated and purposeful and worthy, but you need that good relationship with the exchange of money because it's a part of the equation. And in order for all of those other energies to flow, you have to have a good relationship with the flow of value and the return of investment, which is the service you provide, the education in all the pillars. That means product, service, and potentially equipment you might be offering them to make them successful with zero scarcity. Shelley, you told me a story a little while ago about you and scarcity when you were working at like the Lancome counter, was it? And how you, yeah. And I
Yeah.
think that's really important.
This was many years ago before I even became an esthetician. And I've been an esthetician for 36 years. So a long time ago, I got hired as a salesperson at the Clinique counter. And I had absolutely no sales background. I didn't wear makeup. But the third month there, I actually won salesperson of the whole department, not just the Clinique counter. And it was like, how could I do that if I have no sales background, right? But you know what? I wasn't selling them. Each person that came up to the counter and started talking to me, it was like, what can I do for you? What do you need? What can I solve for you? Oh, it's not Clinique. And I took them over to another counter. Now, Clinique didn't like that so much, but I wasn't trying just to sell them something because I was trying to sell them something. I wanted to meet their need. And I think that's where my whole career started, in helping people. I don't even want to call it sales. I didn't know what I was doing, and maybe that was a good thing, right? That I didn't know what I was doing.
And I think when I hear you tell that story, I just think there's zero scarcity. Shelley has absolutely zero scarcity. She wasn't worried at all. And the funny thing is, taking them over somewhere, yet as we know, she became top salesperson. She was like sending them away and they wanted Shelley. They had so much trust. Now, that's the thing you need to realize is if your clients are coming to be with you and spend time with you, and you know this too because you've experienced it, you want to give them your money and give them your support and build that relationship. You want to be coming back to that same person and you want them to give you tools for success. It helps build that confidence and it's necessary. So you have to trust that what you're doing is, and know it deeply, that when you make these recommendations and then you close and say, and this is what we're going to do today, and get them sent home with the product and the plan for the next appointment, that you're setting them up for success so they won't procrastinate their wellness. They won't procrastinate their at home. Because when there's insecurity, what do? We all procrastinate. We're like, I'll put it off. And what does that do? It overwhelms. It overwhelms us to think like, I'm going to take care of that later, or I'm going to do that studying later. We don't want to be given homework. We want to be given assurance.
Yeah,
This is
just
what
tell
I'm
me what to
doing.
do.
Tell me
Just
what
tell
to
me
do.
what to do.
Give
Yeah.
me that hand, reach it out. We can all jump off that cliff with our best friend at the, like, we can all take that leap of faith is what I'm saying when someone gives us a hand to hold. But when we're there all alone, it's scary. So sales is building that trust and that confidence, and then being that assumptiveness that's a team. You guys are not working. It's not you against your client to get the product. It's you with your client. You guys are working together to help overcome their insecurities, overcome their unsureties, and really make a decision together, united, where you're validating them in the decisions that they're making as their skin expert.
I like that mindset. I like that mindset. Jessica, I knew that this was going to go extremely quick. 20 minutes goes by like that. So we need to do more of this. I would like to really dive in deeper to the actual close, because I think that's the point that gets really, really hard, and really talk specifics about that. And I think we have that on the schedule in the next couple of weeks. So just one thing that you said to me the other day when we were talking that just made my heart soar. And I just wanted to kind of have you close with that when you talked about.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about, guys. Since I've been working with the estheticians, I swear you are all so powerful and beautiful. I can feel your hearts, and it literally is bringing a little bit of tears to my eyes, because all I want to do is just like reach through the computers and grab your face and just tell you, like, you can sell and be powerful business women and that it's okay, and to do it, to just give yourself permission to build that relationship with money and with becoming so successful, because that confidence, that will give your clients permission to walk out into the world with that same energy. And as women in business, I think it's so important. And I know there are some men too, and that's okay too. Just, like, give yourself permission to be okay with sales being a part of who you are, because it's really important if you want to run a business.
Yeah. Oh, Jess, thank you so much. I just adore you. You're awesome. Everyone, thank you so much for joining us. And we will see you all next Monday morning at Shelley Show and Tell. Go off and have a great day now. Bye.